Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I wasn't planning to do a voiceover, but I wasn't a huge fan of how the sound came out. So we are doing a voiceover instead. I hope this works a little bit better. So I am planning for the week of October 26th to November 1st. This was Halloween week. I actually used my Halloween spread the previous week, which I think I will show you in this video. I'm not 100% sure. But I did choose to do Halloween the week before because this week that I am planning on camera is actually my sister's birthday. And so I had her pick the kit that she wanted. And she chose this kit because we were going on a family outing, a family car ride, a family journey that weekend. So she went ahead and picked out this spread from Scribble Prints Co. It was a mystery kit. I am not 100% sure which month it is from because I did go through and kind of disassemble part of the kit so I could go ahead and put on all of the overlays and extras. So there's that. So you know, I haven't been making videos. It's been like so long. It's really just been crazy. I actually have 4 to 7 videos that I have filmed since not filming, but I just haven't uploaded any of them. And there's been 2 or 3 times where on Instagram where I'm like, I'm back, and I post a picture and then I never post anything else. Life just happens, and when I stopped filming, I was kind of already just not really in the mood to film, and so I stopped filming, and then things, life happens, and I think when I left off filming, my grandfather had just had knee replacement surgery. I was interning at a school. My grandmother was moving across the street. Some family things, personal things were happening, and I got a dog. So just all of that together just kind of made it to where I needed a break, and that break turned into I just don't have time, which turned into I ended up planning just to plan because it is therapeutic, I guess, and I enjoy it. But I haven't really filmed anything, haven't really posted anything on Instagram, but I do want to change that. I do want to come back. It has been a while. I'm thinking like 4 years almost, if not more, which is crazy because I don't feel like that much time has passed, but apparently it has. So I am actually working in a school. I interned at the school of my dreams pretty much, which is funny because it's one of the lowest rated schools in my area, but that's where I wanted to teach. That's where I felt like I could make the most difference. And so I interned there with a 2nd grade teacher who was amazing, taught me so much, and I ended up getting hired at that school as a 1st grade teacher, which is exactly what I wanted. And I was a 1st grade teacher for 2 years. And then they kind of closed the school, kind of not. They consolidated because we were actually in a junior high, but they wanted to put us back into an elementary school. So we consolidated with a like an early childhood program, and the elementary school consolidated, so they are now in one building. And so last year was my 3rd year teaching, and I was again a 1st grade teacher. Loved it. But with COVID and everything that happened at the end of last year, I wasn't able to finish really teaching my students everything they needed to know. So I asked / volunteered / pleaded that I could loop up with my kids. So I am now a 2nd grade teacher. I have the same class, of course, new students, but for the main part, for the majority, I have the exact same kids, which is so exciting. love my class. So that's awesome. But in this process of moving from first grade to second grade, I had to switch classrooms, which just caused a whole lot more stress. So I had like a handful of days, a handful of hours actually, spread out over the course of like 4 days to completely move out of my old classroom and into my new classroom. I was not very happy. In fact, I might have thrown a little fit. I was not happy about it in the least. But I'm still working on the new classroom, trying to get it all ready because it does look like my kids will be coming back in November. I have not been teaching in person since April, which is just crazy to me. I miss them a lot. So I will get to see them. It looks like I'll get to see them November 16th, I believe November 16th. The district has put it in like a 3-week return. So there's pre-K and kindergarten 1 week, 1st through 3rd another week, and then 4th and 5th the next week. So I've really been working hard at setting up the classroom the past few weeks. It's getting there, not where I want it, but it's getting there, and trying to remember 6 feet, social distancing and all that jazz, which is just extra. And then another thing is I've actually gone back to school to get my master's. I am loving it. This is only my 2nd semester and I'm loving it, but it is way more work than I thought it would be. I'm spending so many hours a week, not even like turning in homework. It's all reading. Like, it is so much reading, more than I ever thought. But the program that I am is all online, which is very nice. I love it. So there will be no in-person meeting. We do Zoom quite often, which is nice. I do appreciate that we get to do that, but it is a lot. It's very, very overwhelming with going back to school, getting my master's, and then going back into the building, getting set up, and still teaching virtually. It's been a whole lot. And right now, both of my grandparents, not doing so hot. Over the summer, like it wasn't over the summer, within days of this whole COVID lockdown happening, my grandfather fell. My grandfather was trying to exercise, and because the gyms were closed, he decided to exercise at home, and he was lifting a chair, trying to get some muscle, and broke his back. Within days, my grandmother, oh gosh, this is embarrassing, but my grandmother got drunk and blacked out and fell, broke her hip. And so within a week of COVID happening, we had to send both of my grandparents to the emergency room, to the hospital. We couldn't go with them. And they are both back home now, backs healed, hips healed, but they are both still having issues, multiple falls. And it's hard with COVID. When do we say, hey, it's time for the next step? When do we say we can no longer handle this? It's been a lot. So yes, that in a nutshell has what has been going on for the past 4 years. Oh, one more thing. My sister got married. And I am sure she's listening to this. So hello, Alexi. But she got married and has moved to Texas. She is also in grad school. She's getting her master's. As soon as she's done, I completely and totally believe that they will be moving back home. They do not think they will, but they will. They cannot stay away from me that long, so they will be back. And we have actually hired a realtor. We are looking for a house that is near the school where I work. I feel like that is the area that God has called me to. So I'm trying to find a place out in that area, looking for land. About 4 to 10 acres is what I'm looking for. Super excited. I've been looking for, I think we got the realtor like 4 months ago. There's been a few houses or places that have come up, but nothing that really spoke to me. There's one actually right now that we're planning to go and actually look at, take a contractor with us, because it's gonna need to like go down to the bones pretty much. But so that in a nutshell is everything that has happened in the past few months. So right now in the plan with me, I have gone through and put down the glitter headers, the full boxes, and I'm now working on the bottom washing. So you will notice in this plan with me, it looks like I'm talking throughout it, and it's because it was. Again, I tried something new and it didn't turn out very well. I'm going to have to mess with it a little bit more, but I think it will end up working. So I'm super excited about that. So I guess I will let this keep rolling, and then when it gets day by day, I will be back. Okay, so this is a Scribble Prints Co. Again, I'm not really sure what mystery kit it's from, but the mystery kits lately have been coming with like a set of foil, like a foil bundle. And so it comes with 3 pages of glitter headers, full box overlays, and like half cut headers. So I did try to use the half cut headers throughout the spread and ended up working. Actually half a sheet left. But on Monday, rewind. So I actually use a Giglio Campagna in the I think it's the medium, pretty sure it is. And I use So Much Crafting inserts, the week on 2 pages vertical. And so that is how I keep track. I also use the monthlies, and I've actually bought a monthly planner because that I need more space, especially with everything that's been going on lately. But on Monday, I had work, and then I wanted to mark that we are back in the building. Although there are not students, we have had the choice if we wanted to teach virtually from home or if we wanted to do it from school. And with my grandparents, I chose to do it virtually from my house. But the 26th was the first day that everybody needed to be back in the building. So I did mark that. And again, I'm not sure where, actually, I don't think I mentioned this, but I'm not sure where a lot of these stickers come from or came from. If I do know, I will let you know. If I don't know and you want to know, just ask and I can look it up. But I went ahead and marked a little push pin and a school script. And then I got a new student this day, which is pretty tricky to have a new student join when you are virtual, because you have to help them with Zoom links, with how to work Zoom, with how to work Canvas, which is what my district uses, expectations. I mean, it's a lot more than what it is in person, actually, which I was kind of shocked about. But I did get a new student this day, super sweet, super excited to have him in class. And then I spent all the extra time I had cleaning and setting up my classroom, because, again, I had to switch classrooms and we are coming back. And so I have to get it all ready, all set up. Remembering that the whole, 6 feet apart, socially distanced thing. Can we be on the carpet? Can we not? Are we going to have desk shields? Like, what's coming? So I've been setting up my classroom. Then I had a meeting after school from 3 to 4. I don't really want to get into all of that, but I did have a meeting after school. And then I went shopping at Hobby Lobby because this week was Halloween. So we had book character day on Friday, and I had to go get things to make my costume because I never really dressed up for book character day. And I thought it was about time that I make a costume so I can use it over and over again. And I am now the rainbow fish and will forever be on book character day, the rainbow fish. And it was actually pretty cool. So on Zoom, I turned my camera off and read the story to my kids. And I read it to them last year also. So a lot of them remembered, but I turned off my camera and I put on part of my costume and then read the story, and if they thought they knew who I was, they could raise their hand, and it took them so long to figure out I was the rainbow fish. I was kind of surprised, but that's okay. After going to Hobby Lobby, I went to see Granddad. I went and picked him up. Well, my mom did too. We went and picked him up. He actually went with us to Hobby Lobby. He stayed in the car for most of it. And then we went and got him food. I think he had Charlie's Chicken, I want to say. I'm not really sure, but we went and got him chicken because that's what he wanted for dinner. And the 26th was the first day of rain. We had rain throughout this whole week, and it was so cold. I mean, we went from the week before being in the 70s to being in the 30s. It was cold this week, and it rained constantly. So moving on to Tuesday, again, I worked, and when I say work, I work from 7:25 until 3:30, except Monday and Friday. I have meetings until 4, so I work 7:25 to 4:05 on Mondays and Fridays. But Tuesday, it was my sister's birthday, so of course I had to mark that. And then I had parent-teacher conferences on Tuesday from 3 to 6. So that was a 12-hour day. That was a hard day. But I got a lot done. I met with a lot of parents. And then, of course, it rained all day, and it was awful being up at the school with spotty Wi-Fi and trying to Zoom in the rain. It was not the best. I'm looking at the video. I'm a little ahead of myself, but that's okay. And then my sister and her husband came up. They live in Texas. I think I mentioned that. But they came up. I don't even know why they were here on Tuesday, but they were. I saw them for a split second, and then I went to bed because it was 1:30, and I had been doing homework, and they just got there, and I was exhausted. So I went to bed pretty late that night, but that was okay. I was glad I got to see them. I'm looking at the video, and I'm so slow on this video. Well, again, I was doing a talk through, and it just go like I wanted. I will catch up, but going on to Wednesday, I did have work, and then the district that I'm with right now, they are using Canvas, which is pretty much how we upload virtual assignments. That's how we give grades, we give attendance. It's all through Canvas, and part of returning back to school, there are courses that the teachers have to take through Canvas. So I spent hours Wednesday morning working on Canvas. It was all about re-entry into the classroom and CDC guidelines and how we are going to go back to school. It's a lot. It is a lot. I'm actually impressed with how my district is handling it. So we'll just kind of have to see how it works. I'd be shocked if we're in person for very long. I don't know. I don't see this going well at all, but that's okay. After working for hours on Canvas courses, I had some reading for grad school to do, which was so annoying because the professor said one chapter, she wrote down a different chapter, and then I guess I have an older book or a newer book than she has because it was not either of those chapters in my book. So I ended up reading 3 chapters instead of 1, which gave me a headache, which I say it did, but I think it really was just the like sinus headache, the different pressures because of the rain coming and going and cold coming and going, that it gave me like a sinus headache. Then I came home, picked up my dog. He had a therapy appointment. He was hit by a car before we got him. That's kind of actually how we got him. So he was hit by a car. The lady who hit him paid for everything and his vet bills, and then he was given to a shelter, and we found him and went and got him and then took him to the vet where we live. And the vet was like, we found his original owners and they want him back. Oh my gosh. So we take him back. It's like an hour and a half, 2-hour drive, and we take him back to his owners. And come to find out, they've had him since he was born, since he was a puppy. They've had him. They have pictures. They've actually given us pictures when he was a baby, or I guess a puppy or whatever. And then we gave him back, crying, visibly upset and hurt. But it had been long enough that legally we didn't have to give him back, but we did. And I personally believe because we had such a great heart about it, that God moved their hearts to say we could keep him. So we still have him. And because he was hit by a car, his hip and his knee are pretty messed up. And so people laugh at me all the time, but I take him to therapy. When we first started, it was multiple times a week, and then it went to once a week. Now we're to once a month. He walks on all 4s. There for a while, he was hopping on 3, but he walks on all 4s. He has exercises we have to do throughout the week. He gets laser therapy. He gets water therapy, land therapy, acupuncture, and a new form of laser therapy, but electric wave, shockwave therapy, something like that. I'm not sure, but seems to be really helping. And then, I've moved on. So Wednesday night, it was the season finale of Big Brother. I love Big Brother. It is like amazing. And this was the first season that my mom watched it with me, which was so much fun. So we watched Big Brother, and I totally agree with who won. I'm not going to say just in case you haven't seen it, but I totally agree with who won. I would not have been sad if a girl would have won, who was one of the last ones there. I would not have been upset because I think she played the game very well. But I am glad with who won. I think the jury picked a good winner. Okay, on to Thursday. Not a whole lot happened on Thursday. It was kind of a chill day, not a whole lot. So I did go to work. My mom had a doctor's appointment. She actually had a procedure. They ended up not finding anything. It's all fine. It's great. Dandy. It did rain all day again. And, I have to find a sticker for this, but I went and got like a little heater because my classroom heat does not work. And I've sent multiple emails and have not heard anything back. And so I bought a little heater. I don't know what's going to happen when the kids get back in the classroom because this heater is meant for 1 and not 20. So I'm not sure, but it worked for that week, or the end of the week anyway. And then, of course, I set up my classroom. I had my classroom set up, and then I was told that I had to rearrange the desks because they were 4 feet and not 6 feet, and we needed 6 feet. And so I spent most of the afternoon rearranging desks, trying to get them to be the 6 feet distancing. I wasn't too happy with having to completely rearrange, but I get it. So I did. On to Friday. Friday was a great day. So on Friday it was book character day and Halloween party for the kids. And so I went to work, and then it was such a nice day out. It was like 60s, mid 60s, high 60s. It was super nice out. Like, you didn't even need a jacket. All of the teachers were dressed up in character costumes from books, and the kids were able to come by in their cars with a mask. Teachers had masks and gloves, but we were able to hand out candy for them. They wore their Halloween costumes. It was so much fun. So they got a bag of candy, they got a bag of books, a bag of groceries. Actually, it was a big box of groceries, and lunch for whoever was in the car with them. And it was a lot of fun. Not seeing the kids since April, so like 9 months ago, just seeing some of them in person was a big deal. It was so fun. Thoroughly enjoyed seeing them. So we like ended school at noon, and from 1 to 3 they could come up and see everybody, and it was a lot of fun. But after that, we had a meeting after school. I swear I'm in more meetings now than ever before, but we had a meeting right after school. And because this was the first day this week that there wasn't like a ton of rain or super cold, we did go for a walk. I was super excited, but first time this week. And then after the quick walk, because I hadn't walked in a week and it was killing me, I came home. And my mom, where she works at a private school, and their high school was putting on a play, a drama, and so she bought virtual tickets, so we could live stream it. So it was really good. Thoroughly enjoyed it. So we watched that, and then my sister and I keep wanting to say boyfriend, but her husband came back. They drove back into town. So yes, that was 2 times in 1 week. Again, they're moving back. They just miss us so much. So they came back because on Saturday we were taking a trip. I know I'm ahead of the video, but I'm just gonna keep on rolling. So on to Saturday, I did get to sleep in. Friday night, I stayed up pretty late doing homework. I'm telling you, grad school has more reading than fish in the sea. So on Saturday, I did get to sleep in a little bit. I think Friday night wasn't the real late night. I was in bed, I want to say by like 12:30, I was in bed. So it wasn't too bad. And so I slept until like 8 on Saturday. And then we went for our drive. I think we did the Talamina drive, I believe. And then we got tacos. I think it was Taco Maya that we stopped at, and it was so good. Like, I was so surprised. Really yummy. And then we went and picked up Granddad because it was Halloween on Saturday, and every Halloween, we spent it with my granddad. A few years we did like pizza and salad. There were years where we did Chinese food. There were years that we did snack food. I remember one year we did Chinese and then ate the candy that the trick-or-treaters never came and got. But, I mean, we always spend Halloween with them. So we went and picked him up and brought him back to our house so we could have a pizza and salad. We did not pass out candy this year. There were a few kids, oh my gosh, who did come and ring the doorbell. So my dad gave them apples. Yeah. Anyway, after that, we did play games, a fun game night, just family time, which was much needed because it's been a while since my sister and her hubby have been in town. And then we did have pizza and salad that night. Yummy, yummy. It was a pretty good Halloween. Nobody dressed up. I didn't make my dog wear his costume. He's usually a taco, but I didn't make him wear it this year, mainly because I forgot. If I remembered, I would have put it on him just for a picture, but totally forgot. Moving on to Sunday, I was able to sleep in again because Saturday night, which I did not mark, and that's okay. Saturday night, I was up, it was the time change. So we did get an extra hour of sleep, but I was up until 2:45 doing schoolwork. So it was only 2:45. And so I was able to sleep in until 8 again. So, I'm still getting like 6 hours of sleep, which is fine. I prefer 8, but 6 works too. There are people who have less, so whatever. But then we watched church. My church is still virtual. They are not back in person. My parents' church, they are back in person, but with family. We watch my church on the couch. We call it church on the couch. And I'm pretty proud of my church, actually, for not going back because of how many people we would have in the building. We have, thousands of people on campus a weekend. So I do think they are making the right decision right now not to be back. But after church, we did go for a walk. And then my sister and her husband left, pretty upset, but no worries. Again, I am so sure they will be moving back. They will. I just know it. It's just a matter of when. Probably after she finishes grad school and he finishes school as well, they'll come back. I'm sure of it. And then I did mark that I did homework because I had a 7-page paper due that I hadn't started. So I do not fill this out on camera and I don't do my sidebar either, but I will fill it out and complete the sidebar and put a picture at the end of the video so you can see what it completely looks like. I'm hoping the next Plan With Me I do is not a voiceover, but it is Such Is Life. And we'll just kind of see how it goes. I might not do another one for a few weeks. I might do one next week. I don't know. I like the not having pressure to post. I was, right before I stopped YouTube and stopped posting on my Instagram, I was PRing for a handful of shops and it just got to be too much. It almost felt fake and I wasn't a fan of it. So I just kind of took a break and then the break turned into a year, which turned into 4. But that's okay. Just because I haven't been doing videos or posting on Instagram, I've still been planning every week. It's still a passion. I just haven't been sharing it, but I'm ready to share it again. Although I don't have a schedule, which I know is not the best, but I don't have a set time when I'll upload or if I'll upload or when I'll post or if I'll post. That's just kind of where I'm at for right now. So you're getting an overview of the how it looks, and I'll insert a picture at the end of what the final product looks like. And thanks so much for sticking around, and I will see you all at some point. Bye.